This short video is about stereotypes. It will involve looking at a few male-based stereotypes, which are usually shared with the other sex, but that will challenge you into looking forward to more meaningful and more equal relationships. What is a stereotype? In fact, it's a preconceived image that is imposed on us. We don't develop stereotypes just by our own experiences. Our own experiences might make stereotypes more vivid because it tends to reinforce it or to confirm it, but it might also do the exact opposite and challenge completely that preconceived image that we had of some person, some groups, some situations. It's mostly society, mostly mainstream ideas that are changing, in fact, over time, that will mark us at one point or another of our education. Whether or not we subscribe to stereotypes, we adopt them, like, for instance, a man doesn't cry, our self-esteem can be affected. If, for instance, I was to think that a man never should cry, well, what am I to do when I'm struck by the loss of a loved one, when I'm struck by the illness of someone very dear to me? Am I to stay stone cold? It would be at the risk of hurting myself. So, the exercise will be about looking at the list of stereotypes that follows to identify those that have affected you in the past. It could be as a young man, as a teenager, as an adult, and those that still affect you. There might be some that still are acting up on your thoughts, acting up on your position, your attitudes, and maybe hurting you. So you'll be looking at past and present stereotypes. I'll let you go through the list that is following in this slide as well as the next one. It's quite a few things, but it's important that you take time to look at it. You could highlight these and identify whether it was from the past or it is still within the realm of your thinking today. So take the time. You will have, in fact, in our email to you this week, you'll have a written document that you can use, or you could put the video on pause and take time to look through these lists. I've highlighted, of course, the men don't cry one, which is often mentioned, but there are some that are about the relationship between men and women. For instance, number 6, a man is more competent than a woman, for instance, in business. Some are about also your role, for instance, as a father, like for number 5, father mustn't play a mother's role. The list goes on as follows, up to number 22. So then again, I leave you the time to look at it, maybe pause and work with the video. And now, for the final part of it, analyze your result. Here's how it works. You count the number of statements for which you checked only past. You can write the number there or on the sheet that you've maybe printed. This is about, looking at the past, how many stereotypes you have already freed yourself from. Now, count the number of statements where you check present, that is, it is still within your realm of thought. Well, list and count the number, write it down. These are in fact the stereotypes you can still free yourself from. So it's interesting to look maybe at how and when, with whom, you could get to reevaluate these stereotypes, free yourself from the burden of being limited in your choices, in your way of looking at life, of looking at yourself, mainly.